This is Going Ultra. I'm MJ, and I like Tokusatsu a lot. Some might even say I love it. And right now I'm here to discuss Ultra Fight Galaxy Episode 5. Ultra Fight Galaxy New Generation Heroes. So this episode ended up being about 6 and some minutes long, and I think that's probably because they had a longer recap of all the events that have been going on in the show so far. And I think it'd be really interesting experiment to see. I think Super Rare Productions would be mad at anybody if they did this and posted it anyway, but I might do it personally on my own. If one were to stitch together all the episodes into a cohesive story and cut out the interstitials, would it be interstitials? Anyway, the intro outro stuff, and see how it flows. I'm still digging the story overall. One thing I'm unhappy about is I really dislike the way Grigio comes off. Not so much the way she is treated in the story, because I think she's being treated fairly and equitably. Zero's with her, and he's just trying to be a good guy, help her out, like he would any other fellow Ultra or any other being, I would assume. But she, it could be the direction of the voice actress too. She just sounds so weak and so helpless and so in over her head. Now, an Ultra woman who's in over her head is, way better off than, me in over my head in any situation probably. But, there aren't real Ultra women, and I guess I'm going to pitch for some better representation of women. As far as I know, I think there's one other Ultra woman, and she's from, like, the 60s, 70s probably, I don't know. But she's old. She's a vintage hero, and I don't know. It just seems kind of strange to me the way that Grigio would be treated. Like, her brothers being super defensive of her, wanting to rescue her and rushing off, getting themselves into trouble. Totally understandable. Good. Their hearts are in the right place, and their intentions are pure. And it doesn't even bother me that they would want to rescue their sister, because I would hope any sibling would want to try to go off and rescue their sibling, regardless of sex, gender, whatever, if they were in a dangerous situation and they thought they had the power to do so. So that's not the problem. It's more just she just sounds so darn helpless. And again, her body language is really helpless too, which is maybe why the voice actress leans into the soft and timid helplessness in her voice. But another thing, so far I've liked all the voice acting, but the more I hear it, some of the Ultra men, gosh, their voices sound interesting. They don't sound as heroic as one might think. And as well, in addition to complicating things, they all are in a similar register, a similar range. Taro is the most different. Taro, Zero, and Orb are probably the most distinct, but then like Russo and Blue sound almost identical to one another, which is kind of funny to me. So I honestly think that hurts it. I don't know how they would sound in Japanese, or how they do sound in Japanese. I mean, I could find out, but I'm not going to, for the purpose of this, especially because I'm reviewing it as a Western fan, watching it in English as it's being produced to us or presented to us by Super Rare Productions and whoever. I don't even know if they're I would guess that this is them all on their own. This isn't them. I mean, technically they would outsource and pair with a group who does dubbing, but I wonder who is responsible. Who's the director? Are they a native English speaker? Are they Japanese? For the ADR, I mean, it'd be interesting to look up. Maybe in between episodes, I will look that up and have that for you on Ultra Fight Galaxy number 6, my review for it anyway. What else was I going to say? The voice acting, a little bit of a problem. Gosh, I don't know. One thing I do like a lot is the, in Kamen Rider, where I mostly come from, Seiji Takao was the main writer, and we get to see him and Itoku and some other people as the standard writers. Itoku's a secondary writer frequently, and here they kind of and then you have the Kamen Rider crossovers where there's 20 guys in suits, but they're just other suit actors who maybe do monsters, maybe do Super Sentai members, I'm not sure, or they could just be specifically for the Kamen Rider roles, but they're mostly just standing there in the suits. While a lot of the Ultras here are just standing in their suits, I like how different, like they're all different heights, they're all different body types, is it or victories? Guy's been doing a lot of squats, makes me jealous, makes me want to get back into working out. Man, I don't know. Interesting. So that's an aspect I like, but it's not like, you know, the biggest thing. But overall, I'm still enjoying this. It's like a light snack of tokusatsu, you know, this episode was a lot of setup, so hopefully the next one will be more enjoyable. Maybe a cool fight, like a single scene. If everything were to take place in like a single scene, I think that'd be a lot more enjoyable too, because you'd be able to get a little more out of it. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up now. Going Ultra can be found on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and mjmunoz.com/GU. I'm an aspiring author who will gladly accept your financial support through coffee. You can also check out my Redbubble store. Check out mjmunoz.com for more of my work, where you can find another Writercast, King of Hearts, Queen of Sorrows, and MJ Loves Toku, where I'm covering Kamen Rider Zero One every week. Relevant links are in the show notes. If you had a good time, like and share, and leave a comment, please. Subscribe and ring that bell to keep up with me as I explore more Ultraman. And as far as comments, I don't know, how do you think about Grigio's treatment has been? How do you like the dub? That kind of stuff. What are you hoping to see from Tsuburaya in the future?